welcome back to the program. Whether you are, great time together here this evening. We chat the course looking at the legislature. How is it under the stewardship of House Speaker Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, who is the head of the Liberian legislature? What's unfolding up Capitol Hill? This evening, we are going to be looking at some of the activities happening there. We are on break for the second quarter. When we return, we are going to be coming back for the third quarter. Hopefully, that's going to be on the 11th of October. The first quarter of the legislature runs from January up to March, and then we open in May, and then we run up to July, and then from July we take a break and we return in October. That's the break we are on currently. And the last time we were here, we gave you the statistical report covering the period of the second quarter, out of the bills that were enacted, and then those that were left in committee room, those deliberations that came forth. Around the table this evening, we're going to be having Grand Bassa County Electoral District number 3 representative. He is a second-term lawmaker. He's referred to by his people in his district as Fair Play. He's Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe. He'll be telling us whether or not he's fair or not being fair, and that's how they call him fair. So, Yeka, welcome. How you doing?
Yes, great, and it's a wonderful time being here again.
Why are you smiling like that?
It's always a good thing to talk to our people, informing them about the workings of the Honorable House of Representatives, and of course, on this day we are here. I know. The Independence Day, we had a lot to do, but today we are here again to talk about those things on Capitol Hill, even though we are, one would say we are recessed, but of course we are still working.
Definitely. And so the leadership of the House of Representatives is working diligently to see the transformative efforts being spoken by the Speaker to see those things come to fruition. So around the table this evening, we have Grand Bassa County Electoral District number 3 representative Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe, being a second-term lawmaker. He's making his debut in the 55th legislature. Since the re-election, he's coming here for the first time. Honorable Joe, good evening. How you doing?
Well, Mr. Haynes, good evening.
You look very relaxed.
Oh, good evening, and I want to say good evening to everyone in Radio Land who following this broadcast, more especially people from Electoral District 3, Grand Bassa County. I want to say good evening to everyone.
Well, that's the Buchanan area.
Buchanan District, the Commonwealth District.
Yeah, in fact, I've been told they call that play the Intellectual District because everybody just speaking big book.
That's good. And Rawa, again, I want to applaud you for your invitation, extended me to be here this evening and be able to have some conversation with our people in Radio Land.
Okay, so we have our tradition here. You greet your people in your vernacular, and they're listening. You want to do that?
Oh, no problem. Be moyo ya mbobo gana gama ni yuka kini nanka ba Matthew Joe be besa nyewe ke blanyo ame go nyara woku yo bo radio chwara kamwe be be kege ke dode so be kwen be radio yo bun be ke dode bo ku yo eso me.
Okay, that's excellent. Yega was lost. No, Yega was not lost because he understands Basso too. Anyway, but great time this evening. How is the legislature doing? You're back up Capitol Hill. You were part of the 54th. Now you're in the 55th. How is it?
Well, I want to be grateful to the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity, to be re-elected by our people based on our hard work during the 54th legislature. I'm very much, I'm happy, and I want to be grateful to the people of Electoral District 3, Buchanan District, the Commonwealth District, for giving me the second chance, to lead the people of that district. And so, Rawa has already said, I'm very much, happy to be part of the 55th legislature. And so we came to the legislature under the able leadership of Honorable Speaker Fonati Kofa. We are working in the interest of the Liberian people, making sure that the reason for which we all were elected, to perform our duties that will please and our people that elected us, be carried on. the proper way. And so the honorable speaker is performing his role in working in the interest of all of his colleagues so that we too will be able to work in the interest of our people in our various constituency, in order to meet their needs. And so we are performing our duty as, it is enshrined into our law.
Right, that's excellent to say that. And you, in the 54th year, he was the chairperson on public works. In the 55th, again, he's the chairperson on the Houses Committee on Public Works. Honorable Matthew Fairblade, Joe, you have to be able to tell us what secret is behind this that you just with public works? Is your expertise?
Well, Honorable Joe is from his construction background.
Right.
One person who understands, when it's come to the working of the construction. And so based on that, in the 54, like you already said, I was given the opportunity by the speaker then, Honorable Buffer Chimon, to serve on the Committee of Public Works as chair. And my performance on that committee during the 54th, and that of my relationship, with the ministry and the working of the ministry together with the committee that we carry on. During the 54, there were massive, development in terms of role that we carry on in this country under the able leadership of the ex-president, Excellency Dr. John Maria. And those things did not just happen in the blue sky, but it was based on some of our expertise, but about working relationship with the ministry, to be able to carry on those massive, development in terms of role in our country. So when we came by the 55th, the speaker, who was then the deputy speaker during the 54, also saw the need and look at my record
to retain you.
Yeah, and look at my record and say, I would prefer that Matthew Fairplay to retain the title as chairman on public work because he carried on excellent work during the 54 legislature. So we believe that he can do the same in the 55th under my leadership.
Right.
And yes, indeed, we are working with the ministry to make sure that the Liberian people enjoy our working.
Right. The people of Grand Bassa remembered you, your bill submitted. Today we have the Grand Bassa Community College, but not a university, that was being introduced by you. And today is a 4-year degree granting institution that is credited to you. Thanks a lot for that. I'm sure you were predicated upon that. You got your re-election.
Oh, yes. And it was not just only that bill, I got it right. During the 54th legislature, I was one of those representatives who put for a higher number of bills.
Really?
And those bills were passed and all were printed into handbill.
Really?
As we speak, I have 4 bills at my credit that all passed, printed into him. I mean, signed by the president and printed into handbill.
Right.
So the community college bill is just one. And then we have the
engineering, right?
Engineering society, the architecture, then the all Liberian contractor bill. Those are you follow those bill during the 54th. And so I have the 4 bill at my credit that went left from the lower hall, went to the Senate. It was passed by the Senate, went to the office of the president, and the president signed them. And today, those bills are impacting the lives of Liberians within our country. Like for the community college today, the parents in Grand Bassa County, they no longer send their children to Monrovia to acquire tertiary education. They now remain in the county and then attend the GBU and get a 4 degree. So that's a very good thing. So
from GBCC to GBU.
Yeah, from GBCC to GBU, which is Grand Bassa Community College to Grand Bassa University.
Right, that's
and so a lot of our parents, even young people, our students, they applaud me for that because it's a heavy burden, that were taken away, by the effort of us, for performing that bill. And so today, like the other three other bills that also helping Liberian and professional, people who are into the very professional area, the engineering, the architecture, and what have you, they are all making good use of that bill today, and they are all moving forward.
Director Haynes, by the way, Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe is an alumni of the Grand Bassa University now.
Oh, really? And you went to the school?
Oh yes, I,
Oh,
I
when it
gra-
was when it's a college, you went there and got
yeah,
an
yeah.
AA.
We all started our school
Okay.
when that school came
Including Jaeger.
into existence, and we were the first students. I graduated from that school with
Okay.
associate degree, and then
And
in 20,
you saw the need
I
that
saw the need to forward my education, and then in 2016, I enrolled at the university, I mean, as UNU, and where I graduated around 2019, 2020. And today I'm a graduating student of the Cardinal Graduate School.
oh really? You're
Yeah,
getting your
so,
master's in what?
oh yes, in management.
Okay,
You
management.
know, I'm
You
a
want to be managing
businessman.
people.
I'm a
Okay.
businessman. I have a business background. All of my study have been in business.
Okay,
Even
so
my associate, my
everything was in management.
management.
You don't be managing.
I'm a management. I'm a manager anyway.
That's good. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Honorable Joe, there are lessons learned from the 54th now to the 55th. I hear you talked about four bills printed into handbills, having gone through the legislative procedures and moving over to the president. What do you say? Is that we're following in the 55th on behalf of you? Are there other instruments you've submitted? What's your participation? Because one would say in the 54th, you just came in, so it was a learning curve, in the words of a fallen former representative Johnson Gueguro.
Yeah, may
Yeah,
peace be to her ashes.
yes, that was a learning curve for you. Now that you've crossed the learning curve, you're in the 55th. What do we know about you?
You're senior student now.
Yeah, you're senior student.
Yeah, so like you already said, when we came during the 55th, we had the set and the strength, to make things happen and what have you. And nevertheless, in the 55th, we still have the strength, to work in making sure that our the expectation of our people be met for which they elected us. So while it is true that we're in the 6 month or 7 month, going to 7 month that we have spent in the 55th legislature, I have not performed any bill yet, but we have plan of putting forth more bills, that will help and help our people, and so I can assure our people of Grand Bassa County and that the Republic, that we are here for them, and we're going to make sure that, based on legislations, why it's needed to be, placed on the floor for them, will be placed on the floor.
Even though you have not submitted a bill or maybe a communication for discussion, but are you participating in other discussions?
Oh yes, as we usually do, is actually our frequent habit or phenomenon in taking part in every debate and, let's say, legislative practice on the floor and what have you. Yeah, that's what our people elected us. So we made our input, we made our contribution. Whenever there's a discussion on the floor that has to do with national issues, that has to do with, about the improvement of the lives of our people, we made our input and we made our contribution based on committee work and, also on leadership. And we also work at the level of the leadership and all of those things. So, I mean, we are making a great impact at the legislature.
There's a landmark bill that Liberians continue to talk about. That is the passage or the enactment of the War and Economic Crimes Court resolution that was before the 55th legislature. What was your stand? I know you talked about participating into key national discussions, but what was your stance relative to the resolution when it was brought forth before the Honorable House of Representatives?
Well, I'm a signatory to that resolution. We are supporting the War and Economic Crime Court, because what our people call for, and we are working at the instruction of our people that elected us. And so I stand to that, and we are supporting that. And we also want to be grateful that the president also signed to that. So we are looking forward to the establishment of the court in this country and so that people who are, you know, involved, who are involved into, the war and that economic crime within our country can be brought to book, and go through, the legal process, so that, you know, I mean, the law can take a course.
Representative Matthew Fairplay Jode of Grand Bassa County, District Number 3, is our guest on the program this evening. And we lecturing about his legislative for work both up Capitol Hill and in his district. Let's go to Buchanan District. You being re-elected. One will basically talk about reconciliation. How is it there like for your district in terms of reconciliation? Some of those you've contested with, you defeated. Have you been able to get them over to get some work being done so that they see one Buchanan district?
Well, we all have been working together. We have a cordial working
Because the other day I
relationship.
saw you and the former candidate, later turned vice presidential candidate, Charlene Brumskin,
Oh, yes.
hugging each other and stuff like
Sure. So, like I said, we all have been in the interest of the county, but everyone are contesting for for a single position does not make us to be an enemy. We see ourselves as brothers and sisters in Grand Bassa County. Nevertheless, of our political differences, our political background, but we are all one person, and that's why we have terms that are called Bassa First, Bassa Last, and so we all support that, and so there's nothing like there's a division among us. We all draw our line when it is time for political activities. When election is near, we all draw our line based on our different political background. But after election, after politics, we all come together and see how best to build our country and to work in the interest of our country to improve the lives of our people in making sure that Grand Bassa can, be improved in terms of development whatsoever. So, I mean, we are all one and we are speaking to one another. There's no problem.
Have you gone back in terms of what they say? Oh, send the man go re-elected. He come back to all you to do maybe another thank you program. You've done that already.
Oh, sure, we done that. Matthew is one person who is very much, let's say, close to his people, and because of his close relationship with his people, that's why you see the people elected me in their numbers. So imagine in 2017, Matthew Joe was elected on a total
A photo.
vote, let's say percentage of your vote, which was 56%.
Okay.
I mean, in the during 2017,
Mm.
and that was repeated in this 2023 election.
Really?
Yes.
Where they give you renew assurance.
Yeah, renew assurance. So in 2017, when I got 56%, we were 8 in the race. That means my vote exceeded the rest of the other 7. When you put all 7 and normal together, could not still reach my vote.
Wow.
That's why 2013, 2023, the same thing happened. 2017, I got 13,600. I think 13,600 votes. 2023, I got the same 13,300. I was just short by 300. Okay. So I was close. So even in 2023, I mean,
and you have more people contesting.
Yeah, more people. I think we were about, I think 7 or 9. But yet and still, my vote exceeded all of them. That means when you put us, all of them vote together, could not still match my vote. So that is kind of love that the people continue to show me in Bassa, in that district. And because of that,
they said they call you the landlord.
I submit myself in working in a favor to make sure that that they will not regret voting me. And so I'll do everything in my way.
I hear them call who the landlord? Matthew Fairplay, the landlord.
So I mean, it's good to work in the interest of your people. It's good to be close to your people. It's good to do according to what they expect you to do for them. In that, the people will always stand with you and they will always give you their support, and that's what happening to to me in that district, I always have the support of the people, and they are
Are
always
you
ready.
accessible to your people?
Sure, I'm very much
Most
accessible.
times, some of the leaders are always in the highly tinted, fully AC vehicles and passing all over the place, and they can be seen. So, do you sometimes take the street, walk over to your people?
Sure, sure. Sometimes I usually do community tour
Okay.
from house to house. And so when it's time for community tours, I make sure I visit every home in that district. Just imagine how big it, I mean, that district became a district.
Mm.
So sometimes it would take me 2 months to complete that. Sometimes 1 month, 2 weeks to go from house to house.
What are some of
Because
the conversations you
if
have?
you pass by a home, sometimes I go to a home, sit with the people and hear their view. They will explain to me what they face will, what their problem, what their needs, what the community need. We discuss that, and sometimes found solution to some of their problem. The one we able to solve, we solve that, and then we move on. And so these are things we have been doing over the time.
Okay, Honorable, in 2017, before you came to Powell, I know there were promises, and when you came to Powell in 2017, one would say that you had the people in Buchanan saying Honorable Joe made promises, and just before 2 3 years, he has been able to deliver on all of his promises. If not, I think 90%. You talk
In
about
fact, I mean, learn that you
the
have
boss.
an avenue now, the fair play role. Going to
Yeah,
go to the pavilion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pavilion,
that was
yeah.
in your first, I mean,
the
your
first
first
term.
term.
Yeah, the first term. So now, what do we look up for in Buchanan City, Buchanan District? Were there promises in 2023, and how you thinking about delivering on such?
So like you rightly say, in 2017 we make promises, we deliver on all of our promises, and we went extra mile. The other development that we did not promise our people, and those development that we did that were motivated our people to giving the higher vote again in 2023. Like you saw this current election, the number of vote that I received. And so in 2023 campaign, we did promise our people, we made some promises, and some of those promises we made, we are fighting to deliver on them. We also told our people that we're going to work, along with the then President we are, because during the last campaign, the people all made a promise, that the government hospital were going to be paved, and the president assured our people in the district, say, what Honorable Joe have promised. I want to assure you people, we will not wait after the election, but we're going to start that process, our project before even the election. And so contractor were hired, and they even mobilized machine, and they started some work on the government hospital road. And so during after the president lost, the election, that project could not continue. And when I got to him, he told me, say, Honorable Joe, we are not working now, not in power, so you need to work with the new administration. I mean, the Bwaka left, administration.
Yeah, President
To see
Bwaka.
how best, that project can continue. And so we are hopeful, in working with this government. So when I send it as chair on public work, I discussed that with the public work minister. And he told me that this is the first year, maybe in the second, third year, we're going to look at that and maybe make a part of the plan of the ministry. And so we are hoping on that. So two, we also promise our people micro loan. Actually we actually give it as a grant.
Okay.
Because in 2017 we promised the same thing, where we empower a lot of market women in our district are benefiting greatly from that loan, from that grant. And so women in the community, they also complain about that. They say, well, we all voted you and we are not in the market. And so the fund that you provided for women, only women in the market benefited from that. But we that in the community, we believe that we too should benefit, and say, yeah, that's the truth. And so this time, when I promise the women in the community and not the women in the market. So so we are working on that. But
They're
next year,
listening again, no?
oh yeah, but next year we sort of start our program, to start, providing that for our women in the community, so that they will be empowered and do their businesses in front of the various homes, and to sell that table market and what have you. So we stand by that. In 2017, we also promised the school bus, which we provided, and it helped greatly.
Right.
in the district,
So we're
carrying
picking people
our
from one point
student,
to another.
student to school, from school.
So that
from-
around the county meet.
It also help churches in our district. We buy some people who love our church business. When our churches are going on conference, they use the bus to go on conference,
Okay.
and what have you.
Mostly around December time.
Yeah, and not only that, but even our sport lovers, they also use that bus. When the county team is coming for county meal, we use that bus and all of those things. And the bus is gradually, depreciating.
You are buying a new one?
Yeah, so the district development council saw the need and they proposed to me that we need to get additional of that, to help our people in the district. And so, okay, we draw that down and we promise our people. And so we are working towards that. In fact, it was part of the legislative project, because when this speaker Funadi Kofa, 100,000 were allotted for each district.
We will come to that. As to
So,
what you're going to do with your own 100,000 for your district.
So the district, a council also look at that portion of that go towards the purchasing of the bus, and that was part of the plan that we sent to Lace.
Right.
And so what have you?
Okay.
So these are few promises that we gave to our people, and other, and we are hoping to deliver on.
Just before you come into asking about the 100,000,
but he already answered though. He already said
No, okay.
a portion of the funds going towards the bus.
yeah. So I hear say the people in Buchanan, in District 3, when they are stranded, for instance, maybe you're having a party or you lost someone and you want to go for burial, you can also contact Honorable Joe's office to use the bus. Is it working that way?
Oh yeah. People.
So people just go there and you give it to them?
Yeah. They go to the DDC, the District Development Council.
Okay.
And they borrow. The only thing they do is to fuel the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, you borrow the bus. They're not going to charge you. They give it to you.
But you just put fuel in it.
They put fuel. Yeah, you go. Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe is our guest here on the program. Hoping you're listening. He represents Grand Bassa County District number 3, and we're talking about his work up Capitol Hill and also in the district. We're going to open the lines to interact with you, the public. You want to ask him some questions. Now we have that asked him, or you want to give recommendations so that he's able to pick on and do the work there for you in the legislature. That's why you elected him to knock his chest on our behalf, because we cannot have everybody to the legislature. And so that's on the 10th of October 2023, you went to the polls and elected your representatives and senators. So how is the caucus doing? Are you people divided or you people united? What's going on in the legislative caucus?
Well, we try to be united to work in the interest of
But
our
it's
people.
not going.
We have Senator Finney as our chair, who is doing his best. And so
who is the co-chair?
The co-chair is Honorable
Banks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Honorable Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, is the co-chair, and we are doing our best to make sure, to work in the interest of our.
Are you people united?
Oh yes, we are united.
Okay.
In legislative politics, when you have majority, things go on. So it's not a matter of much. 100% of the men must be in line.
Director Haynes, in 2017, after the elections, Representative Joe was elected as the co-chair of the Bassa Legislative Caucus, and to a certain extent, when there was some kind of internal wrangling within the caucus, he was kind of acting as chair of the caucus.
Okay.
What's your role with the experience coming from the 54th now to
You are a veteran.
the 55th? What role are you playing in the
I
caucus?
did not act. I did not act as a
acting chair.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
okay,
offensive with it who acted
Okay.
as acting chair.
Initially, he was the secretary general.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Secretary,
was the
okay.
secretary general. Even though they asked me,
Okay.
to add, but I said no, because I believe that the reason for which they try let's say fighting the chairman then on a Goswa, it was not appropriate, and so I did not support them. So because of that, they decided to punish the two of us.
Okay.
You guys said the punishment for
yeah, so okay, send us a kid, then we'll suspend the two of them. So they did, then when the boss suspending the two of us for no reason, for no concrete reason.
But that's your point anyway.
Okay, so on offensive with it when
the acting chair.
yeah, so and what have you here? Yeah.
So now you have the secretary position in the caucus.
Yeah, we have the secretary, honorable from district number 1. How to call him?
Okay,
Barney,
yes,
Honorable
Barney
is the secretary for the caucus.
Okay.
Well, great time here this evening on the program today in the House of Representatives, and where we tell you about the workings of the Honorable House of Representatives. We have Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe as our guest. We want to open the lines so you interact with him and ask your question. If you didn't grant Pastor District number 3, good for you, is your direct representation up Capitol Hill. You can grill him asking some questions. He answered to you. 077-287-6481. 0772-876481. Call us 0880514-096 0770259660. Call us to be your part of the conversation. Let's hear from you. It's your turn to talk. We have your representatives here with us. This person.
Not good for us. Yes, please lower the volume of your receiver.
Yeah, my name is starting by you. I'm calling from Corner Street.
Okay, it's good to have you on the line. Let's hear you.
Yes, I want to ask you, man, because the district informed from the district, beyond district.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? Because the top of the current business is beyond district, very, very dark. What? 2017, what you are doing?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
He listened to that. This person on the line. Hello. Let's hear you. Your name, where you join us from? You call from where? Yeah, please go ahead.
Actually, I just want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Honorable CEO. It's not only in terms of making the implementation, the needs of the people, the wants of the people. I want to appreciate it ever so much, but nevertheless, I pray you continue your good work in Great Mountain County. I call you from Montreal County, District number 6.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, my dear brother. More of the calls can come. Let's get this person on the line. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. That's your name, where you call from?
Thank you. Let me say good evening to your guests in studio. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kew, and I call from around Jacobstown in District 2, where Sebo kind of represents. I listened to your guests. You spoke quite lengthily and crystal clear. You're one of those lawmakers I've been following, but I want to ask in this question. You being a chairperson on public work, are you in line with the government procuring of machines, yellow machines, and equipment that will come to the country? Are you in line with government to see that those machines are in country? Secondly, I didn't hear you talking about your political party. So can you talk about your political party? Which political party you part of?
The gentleman mentioned that. Please, that's what we're discussing anyway. Well, let's take on this person joining us. Please take note. You'll respond. Hello.
Hello,
Let's hear you. Your name, where you call from?
I'm Dana B. Mwako, according to Canberra County to be precise, Nicholas.
Oh, for Nicklin. Please go ahead, Mr. Mwampo.
Okay, but I want to give that man, the honorable man in the city, I want to give him very thanks. Yes, he's a man that God gave him to us. Not for anything but to develop our area. Yeah, he's very developmental and he did well during a question. We are expecting him to do more. This is why we put that on him for. So thank you, there, honorable.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, my dear brother. Oh, we get somebody on the next line right there. Yeah, you want to take that person?
Yeah, let's talk to this caller. Pleasant good day. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Ali calling from Buchanan.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Joe a question.
Representative Matthew Joe, not Senator Joe.
Honorable, okay.
Okay, please go ahead.
He one person, Honorable Joe is one person that always call the administration as a 419 government. How can you reconcile this? Because he's a lawmaker in Kwambasa. How can he work with the government that always call a 419 government? So I want to hear from him.
Okay, thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
He's taking note to respond to a couple of those concerns right here. About 6:27, we're out of this place. Let's take more of the calls. This person on the line. Let's take you. Hello.
Oh, not good for us.
0770259660 0772876481 0772876481 0770259660. Those are the numbers to be a part of the conversation right here. Call us to be a part. We're having in the studio Grand Bassa District 3 representative Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe. He's our guest. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Please go ahead. Let's hear you.
I'm Castle Ready.
Castle, really? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the post of Buchanan, the service Korean farm.
Okay, it's good to have you on the line. Let's hear you.
My concern is to do with use of chairman on public work. I want to know how far this 22 million road project has stopped and where it has reached. And secondly, I want him to tell us the procurement of this yellow machine that to the country was he aware of it. Please, to tell us.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot. We'll take two more. Come back to Honorable Joe so he respond to the concerns coming up from the callers. It's very healthy, Honorable Joe, to hear the callers asking these questions.
Let's go back to the line. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, my name is Kinsetta calling from South.
Okay, a lot of callers from Buchanan. Let's please go ahead.
I want to commence the honorable in studio. And my question, I want to ask him a question because he's the direct representative for our district, District 3 in Bassa, but we got a problem and this problem is very, very going on. The problem is that the people that they put down from the NPA port, since then we are not hearing anything from them.
Okay, you're listening. He will respond to that. Let's take on this final one and come to Honorable Joe. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Let's hear you. Your name, where you join us from.
Frank Dennis, my name, calling from District 10, Motorado County.
Please go ahead for Honorable. Yeah, can call about district.
Yeah, I just want to tell the honorable man in the studio that thank you so much for his good work. We all from the same district, going by so. So I can't thank you because him and my representative, Honorable Arthur B. Barney, they just break our ground for the hospital in Lawsville. So I just want to tell you, thank you.
Okay, my dear brother, we're squeezing this one. Hello?
Hello?
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My name is Prince Michelle Contour, and I'm calling for Summer Street.
Michelle Contour, please go ahead. You're a former staff in the representative office. Are you still with the representative in his office?
He's at the Senate.
Oh, yeah, the Senate now.
I've gone to the Senate.
Okay. You gravitated from the House to the Senate. Please go ahead.
Let me say many thanks to the appreciation to the town to help Lord because the men who go to the Bassa people.
Yeah, now you, I want to.
I just want to say thank you very much for Matthew Joe because during your first day, I was with you and you used to tell us this to let us get by in the district or move in the district that we see out there to maintain our promises. And you said, now to a second thing, I know that you will do more. I have nothing to say but to say thank you.
Okay, Mr. Contour, thanks a lot. Michelle Contour there calling us, a former staff of the lawmaker. What he is there with lawmaker? Well, you listen to the concerns coming up from the callers. Particularly, they are concerned about this issue. You being the chairperson on the Access Committee on Public Works, and the president of Liberia have basically said this issue about procuring the yellow machines. The government has not committed herself to it,
but a gentleman,
but have been a gentleman agreement. So they want to know from you, as chairperson on public works, what's your stand on it? Do you know about it?
Well, I listened to the caller and he posed a question whether I support, the issue of purchasing of a yellow machine. Yes, indeed, I support the purchasing of yellow machine. But what I do not support, is the bypassing of the processes, leading to the purchasing of yellow machine. Every many Liberians, will support, development in terms of, like the yellow machine. Everybody, people will support that, and no one will want to go against, thing that will bring release to our people. But what we are against is the way, the procedure, that has been taken, in terms of, procuring those yellow machine. Is why some of our fan at. Is why we are.
But the president intimated in his communication through the legislature that the government has not committed herself to any. There's no paper trail in terms of the government committing themselves to the yellow machine. It's a gentleman agreement.
So, Raul, let me just let you know, the president, and I always tell my people in my district.
That the president made mistake?
Yeah, he made mistake. And the president will come. It will come the time the president will come to us, the legislature, through his able lieutenants, and they will, apologize, and we are the one now that can correct the wrong for them. Okay. The first thing there is that you said that you're bringing in machine, and so.
But is it a bad thing to do?
Yeah,
is it a bad thing?
No, that's why I said it's not a bad thing. We embrace, purchasing of yellow machine. But what we are against is the procedure. I think the first contact point should have been the PPCC.
Oh,
not even the legislature, the PPCC. The PPCC should be the first contact point. They are the one, that institution is the one that had to be the
public
central point.
Procurement, right?
Yeah. At that negotiation, because like what the president is doing, a conflict of interest coming in. You are telling the Liberian people that your friend, is the one that you getting this mission from, with all the PPCC being involved. So usually, if the country is trying to purchase anything on behalf of the country, or the government is trying to purchase anything on behalf of the country, this is why the government have recognized institution. To carry on those,
procurement
processes, which is the PPCC. So the PPCC will put a bidding process, and various companies that involved into selling of yellow machine, they will all bid for that, and they will compare the process and the processes involved, and then the PPCC will select the best one. But in this case, whereas the president have gone into a gentleman agreement and brought in the first batch of the equipment, and then you telling us that
I've been told that nothing will be going to
that,
that you're not
okay, that I will come to you, but it's a gentleman agreement, and so we still carry on negotiation. You still carry on negotiation, but those machines portion are already in country. So when you come to or when you go to the PPCC now, what are you going to tell PPCC? Are you going to tell them that it should be a single soul to die your friend? Or they should put a bidding process. Then what become of those portion of those machines that you already brought in country?
So you said the president erred.
He erred. So the president will have to, restart the process, by going to the PPCC.
So you want him to send it back?
The PPCC, even if they stay in country, we are not concerned about sending it back. We let him himself say,
so it
will stay here. Whether when your friend, will not win the contract, they would like to sell a year or do other things with it. But you have to go to the PPC. The PPC will put a bid. If the other company apply or bid for it, if they have good press, definitely the country will go for that press and forget about your friend. Not because you have your friend, and so we will be constrained to go by your friend press. Whereas we're hearing that the 180 PC. That's 285 machine will cost about 80 million. Where in the world, then why we can go where to Elbc now in Cinco and purchase from him, where we even spend less than 50 million for 287 yellow machine.
So don't you think that when we reach to that process, we're able to now gravitate to it? So in fact, the president have said that the government has not committed herself to.
So where in the world you did not commit yourself, but you take somebody goods you brought in the country? Where the machine parking now, what is something happened to the machine? God forbid, maybe fire you right in that place and the machine spoil. Who responsible to pay for it?
I don't know now.
So these are the things we are talking.
Okay.
So it's not that because when we are supporting a government, so we want and call it blended support.
Somebody said, one of the callers mentioned on radio that you often call the government spearheaded by His Excellency President Bouaka as 419.
It's a political statement.
You are a part of the government because you're in the legislature. So have you
I'm part of the government. I agree. I'm part of the
But have you
government.
called
That's
the
why in
government
2017, Darrell Dero was part of the government and they criticized a CDC-led government.
So
You
it's
know,
your own time to
That's why Senator Nyobi Kanga, who is my own senator, was part of the government, but yet she criticized the government and told the Bassa people that you vote me, you know, I don't want to fight government. I will fight the government, and the people clap for her and they voted for her.
So that
So I'm in the government. Yes, I agree that I'm part of the government, but the government is comprises of 3 branches. Right? We are from the legislature. We are there to critique the executive.
But did
We
you
have oversight.
did you
So yes, indeed.
Did you
we
call
are
the
saying
government
yes,
419?
yes, because based
Why
on
did you call the government 419?
you can see clearly, Rawa, the government is proceeding in a 419 manners.
So
The government told our people, the government,
because you're in the government.
the government told, like the yellow machine we're talking about here, it's complete 419. The government told our people
But the
200
president
buses coming. Where are the buses? They brought 2 years, the parade with it, like to say we are campaigning, we are taking to campaign. Today I can see it in the street going back.
But it's not automatic.
Why I say the government to our people, the president said to our people that in 3 months, 10,000 young people in this republic will gain computer knowledge. Where you say we are going to say 7 months.
It's work in progress. I show the LTA people working on that.
So we have a lot of it. So maybe it will call another show. Will come and give you reason for 50, 100 reasons.
Some of the concerns coming up from the callers has been mentioned is you are the chair on public works.
Yeah.
There are ongoing roads work
22 million.
22 million, making sure roads cut across either in the southeast. I'm being told the road to River Sets is working very well. So where are you on that?
Was it part of the initial road construction by the government? What do you know about such?
Yeah, so that's a good initiative.
How you change your voice?
No, listen. Yeah, when it is good, we're talking. That is our role.
Right.
We have oversight and responsibility.
Right.
To criticize or to tell the government that wrongdoing.
So that your friendly voice now.
So to condition road across the country is a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we welcome that. Our people love that. But I think our greater concern have been like the same thing we're talking about the yellow machine. The amount involved.
Is the 22 million much? It's too much? I've been told 1 mile of road is 1 million.
Which road? You get different construction of road. The one we're talking about is just lateral road, where machine go and create the road.
Okay.
They call it lateral road. And we get pavement, alpha pavement. It's the alpha pavement that you're talking about are referring to 1 million or 1.7
million. They want the quota, right?
Okay,
the
yeah.
Quota
so yeah, the quota on alpha pavement.
But the one they can grade
grade, yeah, carry machine, yeah, go through and grade and this and that and all of those things. So the proper procedure was not taken. We understand. I mean, it's a glaring fact that yes, the single solar those contract and to contractors and all of those things. So there was no proper procurement process or bidding process for people to bid for those roles so that they can compare price and all of those things. But those contracts were single-handedly give one or a wallet to contractor with all any bidding.
You have oversight. What are you doing? You have oversight.
Yeah, but I mean. I think you've been following the legislature. We have been asking, we have invited the minister several times.
Someone in the minister
to
asking some questions.
We have someone here. You were there. We someone here. We asking.
I know the PSC
as we speak, investigation is still ongoing because it's into committee room. PSC is also into it and all of those things. They went to the Senate.
So your district is that somebody raised concern.
Yeah. So for the issue about the current,
and then we'll have electricity.
The person asked, well, what did we do in 2017? We did a very great job. Under the leadership of Excellency Dr. John Manawia. 2017, the West Africa Power Pool, we were able to secure a power station in Basso.
But yet the place is dark.
Yeah, because it's a process. So the power station was constructed, and as we speak, it is completed. And the only thing that
distribution.
Okay, distribution is a distribution process. So the distribution process is a process that we that we keep pushing, And we started the process before even the government came to power. So with the stage we reached was to launch, the distribution of the power.
When are you doing that?
That had been done. Okay. It was done, I think, 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
Under this government. So that was launched.
So when the people will get the current?
As we speak now, the distribution process has started. They run the pool, the wires, then the construction of those of those wire and posts are ongoing in the country.
Because
so
that
when you go there now, so we can show our people maybe from now to next year, Pastor will be electrified. So the process is ongoing.
Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe, with your oversight responsibility, there's concern about the quote-unquote saga at the port of Buchanan. What can you say about that?
Yes, thank you very much for reminding me.
And that's your district, though.
Yeah, these are things we are talking. No one is against this government. And this thing maybe will bring it will elasticize the discussion. That means we got to put in more time. This government, and I always tell them, I pray for me. I don't meet
but your
my
people
war.
are affected.
Yeah, I don't meet my war. I always on the radio in Basel. I don't meet my war. This government came with a very good agenda, a rest agenda. In that arrest agenda, one of the arrows had to talk about rule of law.
Rule of law, yeah.
But I believe that the rule of law is not being, respected by this government.
Why you say so? Did you follow the issue?
When we talk about Civil 7, they are being employed, or Civil 7 are employed, based on our law, and they are protected under our law, right? But this government, they respect the portion of the law, and they are going after all Civil 7, removing them. And they have one notice that once you were employed from 2018 to 2023, you are sedition.
Really?
That's what's happening. You are sedition. So they are going after all sedition, and that's why they came up with 40,000, Civil 7 that, quote unquote, were not properly, employed by the past government. So they had to be removed. And they are carrying on an exercise gradually.
What are you doing?
Port of Buchanan,
your people complaining. What are you doing as the direct representation?
So on the port of Buchanan, you can say they remove good number of our people there. And then we invited the ND in saying a lot of excuses. Just recently, he said one of his deputies, nothing good they could explain. They say, "Oh, we are looking at it. We'll call them back. We'll do this. You give what
assurance can you give
them
one
more?" So
you're listening to them now.
So we are waiting on that. Based on that time, we told them that these people must be reinstated because you can't dismiss people for no reason. Why the reason? Those people are Civil 7. They are protected under the law. If you are dismissing them, it should be for a cause that you will remove them. But you can't just go abroad because you say these people came into government so and so you will remove them, and you started removing them. It's order. So we told them, the cockatier told them that these people should be reinstated. And so we are working there. They said they gave us time, about 2 weeks or 1 month to reinstate those people. So we are waiting. When that time elapses and there is no action, we're going to recall or invite them to question them why I say that they are not. So our people in Basel want to give them hope. We are on the case. We are not forgetting that. The matter is before the caucus, and we are going to make sure that the proper thing be done.
I've been told somebody was being flogged and dragged out of the
You
court.
saw it went viral on the social media. It's all because of the same thing. They said the person was a sedition, there's a die for no reason. Publicly, they went and beat that person, dragged him almost to death.
Those are allegations.
It's an allegation. I'm the direct lawmaker of that, giving you the actual fact. You will say it's an allegation, and that matter, is before the court. And they even draw the attention of the president. The president even invited the victim, apologized to him.
Okay.
You see?
So, but then the president is a good man.
Yes. I'm going to employ him for that,
Right.
for his consent.
Right.
You see? And so these things are not called for in our nation.
Right.
To not judge people based on their political, affiliation.
By nature, it's a political animal.
So, we are all Liberians. We should be, treated equally in our society. We should be we ought to work.
Right, Oliver Joe, we have to go. Time waster cannot be regained. But however, we might not touch on other issues. We want to just.
And so somebody said, "Where your party? I'm a citizen man. I will never have from my identity." I'm a CDC man, and I will remain a CDC man.
Okay. What's the final statement? We have to go.
Well, I want to say a very big thank you to you and to other studios, let's say, staff here who are here to host and provide all this opportunity. I also want to say a very big thank you to our listeners, those that call, those that follow on and don't have the opportunity to call.
You're on your break now. What are you doing?
Thank you very much
on your break,
everybody. We also want to urge this government, embrace everybody. It's no time for politics. It's time that we, move Liberia forward. Liberia, we are all Liberians. We need to work together. Don't bring in, distinction or what have you among us. We all need to work together to move forward. And so,
what are you doing on your break? You're on your break now.
We are on the break and are on leadership.
Are you reporting to your people?
Yes, we are reporting, and we are also on leadership. And so we report to work every day because we still have to do the Liberian people work.
Well, thanks a lot, Biakan.
Thank you very much.
We'll be here on Thursday.
Okay, that's wonderful. Great time here this evening. We had Representative Matthew Fairplay, Joe of Grand Bassa District number 3, talking about his legislative work up Capitol Hill and also in Buchanan District. And he also said that a lot of things they're doing, giving assurance to the people in his district to see development cut across. My name is Rappertines, and under the dynamic stewardship of House Speaker, Councilor J. Fonati Kofa, the House is on an irreversible path to transformation. And let me inform you that the old chamber is on a renovation, and the speaker have intimated that we are going to be returning to the old chamber this year in November. Hopefully, we are going to return up Capitol Hill in October for the third quarter. The third quarter runs from October to December when we close, and then we'll open in January. My name is Rappertine. It's great time together here on the program. The next time we're here will be on Thursday. God bless all of you for listening. Bye bye.